Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today we're gonna speak about comparison of adjectives. If I want to speak about adjectives, I should speak about a positive adjective and a comparative adjective, and the last one, superlative adjective. What is a positive adjective? It's like to say big for a ball, for example. It's big. What is comparative? It's to say bigger. This ball is bigger. What is superlative? It's to say biggest. But there is one more thing about superlative, which is that you need to add the before a superlative. Okay? Now let's add more details to the topic so that you understand more about it. Adjectives of one syllables, like for example, the word clear. It should be clearer if I compare between two things or two people, and the clearest if I'm talking about a group, one and a group. Dark should be darker, and the darkest. Okay, this is concerning one syllable. What if I wanted to speak about, or what if I want to speak about one syllable that ends already with E? Then you have to add R and ST. Wise, there is no need to add ER. It should be wiser. And the wisest. Another word like the word simple, it should be simpler with only adding R, and the simplest with only adding ST. I want to speak about adjectives ending with one vowel. Like for example, when I say thin. Now there is a vowel and a consonant. It should be thinner and the thinnest. Notice the doubling of the last N. What about the word fat? It should be fatter and the fattest. Notice the doubling of the T letter. Now let's move a little bit to something that is higher, which is, what if I have an adjective that has two syllables ending in Y? Like for example, when I say busy. In this case, I should turn the Y into I and then add the ER, like busier and the busiest. What about the word merry? It's gonna be merrier and the merriest. What if the adjective that I'm talking about is having three or more syllables? Like the word, for example, creative. Then there is no need to add ER. You only use the word more. You say more creative, and you use the word most in the superlative case, which is to say the most creative. A word like the word popular is gonna be more popular or the most popular. Irregular adjective. What does it mean? A word like the word good, for example, it refuses to take the ER. It gets to be better and the best. A word like the word bad, it refuses to take the ER. It's worse and worst, or the worst. What about the word little? It refuses to take the ER, and it's less in comparative and the least in superlative. And the last one is the word much, which is in the comparative, more, and in the superlative, it's the most. Now that you are having everything in front of you, this could be a reference for you. Remember the word reference? At any time you feel that you are a little bit confused, you can get back to this chart. And you know the way I end my videos. Do your best, make me proud of you, and stay safe.